Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals, how you doing? So I've pulled out a couple more old masterboards to continue with our what can we do with our masterboards we make sort of serious thing we got it going on. These are just made on the covers of school notebooks. So I've used the paper in journals obviously, and yeah, I just had all these covers sitting around and it was something I just grabbed when I felt like doing some collage. The collage itself is basically strips of scrapbook paper and bits of coffee dyed pages, music paper, that sort of thing. Just glued down in strips, and then I scraped some white acrylic paint over the top. I decided I would just back them before I cut them up into anything. That way it's all nice and simple, it's done. And although I did have some real trouble choosing bits of plain paper to collage with, for some reason I'm usually not like that, but I faffed around quite a bit, so I've cut some of that out just so you don't have to watch me watch my desk while I scrabble around in boxes looking for the perfect piece of blank paper. It's so stupid. Anyway, I guess we all have our days like that. So anyway, I will cover the backs. Once the backs are covered, we'll move on to the next bit. I'll come back and tell you about it then. Oh, before I go, this is a piece of dot matrix paper that I hoard this stuff like you would not believe. I mean, everybody used to have reams of it, but it's not that easy to come by now. So I have like 3 pieces and they've been sitting on my desk forever. So I pulled one out today and I'm using it. So, yes, appreciate your good look at my piece of dot matrix paper, because I don't have much of it and I refuse to use it in anything. So yeah, broke it out today, it's time. So all right guys, I'll talk to you again in a moment. Enjoy. Okay, this is where I decided to cut my boards. I've just cut them down the natural fold that's in the middle of the book. I figured it would be easier than trying to fight with it, so I did that, and then basically just measured how long the strip I ended up with was and cut it in half, which ended up being about 15 centimeters tall, which is not a bad size for a fairly large tag. So yeah, and they ended up however wide they ended up. I wasn't too concerned about the width as long as they sort of looked in proportion. So yes, so I end up with a pile of tags. This is what we're making today, in case I haven't mentioned it. I don't think I did. Yeah, it's just another simple thing you can do with your masterboards. Make a bunch of tags. So these, of course, will all need to go into something that's sort of blue, I guess, at the end of the day. There's a bit of blue and a bit of green going on here. So yeah, that's the way we're heading. So I'll now cut the corners off all of them. I just used this old telephone card, which I actually broke today while I was gluing. I don't know if you noticed, it bent and broke. So this is probably its last go around. I'll have to cut the corner off another one for future tags. So alright guys, I'll come back again when there's something else happening. Okay, this is just a old iPhone box, I think, that I have kept quotes in. I had a book at one stage that was full of different quotes. The ones I could salvage and sort of spoke to me, I kept, and yeah, I use them for various things. It was only a small book, but it's lasted me a long time, so thought I would just pop something simple on the front here. Just the quote. I can decorate them up further later on down the track if they need it, but for now I decided I would just basically stick the quotes on and sew around them so that all the edges are secure. And yeah, that's all the decoration I'm going to do with them today. I will put toppers on them because, well, I just did. So yeah, so they're all ready to go in a journal as they are, or you know, basically to be decorated up further if that's necessary at the time. So alright, I will leave you with it and I will come back at the end to say goodbye. Okay, guys, well, that's it. Here we are at the end, and here's all of our tags. Yeah, which I got a great deal of pleasure of shaking around for some reason on that. So, yeah, I like the fluffy tops. I have a lot of wool that I've collected over the years, just from grab bags at the thrift stores. So, yeah, it's time to use some of it up, I think. Anyway, we ended up with quite a few tags. I didn't count them at all, so I have no idea, but yeah, there's a bunch. So they'll be handy just as grab and goes. They can go in happy mails and journals and whatever else happens to come up where I need a tag. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope it was of some value to you, and I hope you yeah, try out something else with your masterboards. All right, bye.